Okay, this is beating the FBI, and we will pick it up. This is part 4, excuse me, part 4 of beating the FBI, and we'll pick it up at managed aggression. This is the third component of the FBI's three-pronged strategy of multi-layered teams, rapid response, and managed aggression. The FBI has a bureau-wide policy of managed aggression. This policy also affects FBI surveillance operations. Surveillance teams are given specific goals. The FBI command structure accepts no excuses. It tolerates no failures. The strategy of surveillance for results leads to aggressive behavior in FBI surveillance teams because of the pressure they're under. This results-driven aggression tends to manifest itself as professional aggression. An FBI surveillance team is using professional aggression when it intentionally and deliberately applies pressure to the subject of a surveillance operation. Actions like this are called PSYOPs, which is spy talk for psychological operations. Now, this is important to note because I myself have experienced many times what I would consider peaks in my targeting, and I've heard other people talk about it, how it feels like, oh my gosh, I'm getting targeted so hard right now. Like, why am I getting targeted so hard? Okay, well, this is professional aggression. And this is very deliberate. This is, in this article, they're referring to the FBI, which I said in the other sections of this video, that I believe that the boots on the ground perps, all these different teams, I think that they were taught these strategies. I don't know if they are FBI agents per se, although some of them may be, but I just don't think that everyone following us is an official FBI agent. No. But I do believe that they are contractors, like this article said, and that they have been taught these FBI strategies. Okay. So one of the strategies is this professional aggression. And that's when they intentionally and deliberately apply pressure to the target. Okay. They are deliberately increasing your targeting. Okay, and this article says that is a PSYOP, a psychological operation, and it is designed to provoke you, and it is designed to break you. Okay, so when you have those periods where like, oh my gosh, my targeting was terrible today, they're deliberately trying to apply pressure to you. And my guess would be that they're doing that probably because you're not reacting as much as they would like you to react. They're not getting to you. You have done what you need to do to take care of yourself, and you're learning how to, deal with all this targeting. And so they want to up it on you a little bit. That's just my own guess, from what I see with my own targeting. Okay. So let me just read that paragraph again because I did all that talking. An FBI surveillance team is using professional aggression when it intentionally and deliberately applies pressure to the subject of a surveillance operation. Actions like this are called PSYOPs, which is spy talk for psychological operations. Okay. All right. And then here's an example of how an FBI surveillance team will deliberately provoke you. Okay. They spend a lot of time trying to get you mad, get you upset, get you angry, provoke you. Okay, so here's an example. When you're walking through a mall or a downtown shopping district, the surveillance team will intentionally interfere with your route. A pavement artist, or the perps that you see in your face all day, or the boots on the ground, whatever you want to call them, will absent-mindedly cross your path, forcing you to change your course to avoid walking into him. Now, have you guys ever seen that? I've seen that tactic a lot, where you almost bump into somebody. Okay, that's them trying to really trying to get you upset. Okay, a group of agents will inadvertently obstruct your path. They'll be standing together, chatting, forcing you to walk around them. Okay, I've seen that a million times. That's another tactic, you guys. Other pavement artists will accidentally create near misses as you walk along. Some of these pedestrians, quote unquote pedestrians, will create situations with the potential for a head on collision, forcing you to dodge them. Okay, I'm sure you guys have seen that, where you almost bump into them. You have to, they almost run into you with a bicycle or motorcycle or car, and you are forced to dodge them. Have you guys seen that? Okay, that's professional aggression, and I think it's really important that we are able to put names to some of these tactics. At least for me, that's going to help me. Okay, so that's what that is. When you say, "Oh my gosh, all day these people been acting like they're gonna run into me," or the touching tactic, which I get a lot, insulting you, walking in front of your car. Do you guys get that when you're driving and then out of nowhere, here comes somebody walking in front of your car and you're forced to slam on your brakes? Somebody walking all up on your heels. I used to get that a lot. Walking closely behind you. These are all tactics to provoke you. They're deliberately, it's called professional aggression. Okay. As the psychological pressure continues to build, agents may innocently bump into you. Okay? You guys ever get that? Bump into you, jostle you, or step on your heel from behind. A group of pavement artists will queue up ahead of you, creating a lineup that delays you as you try to make a purchase, order fast food, buy tickets, and so on. I wonder if you guys have ever experienced that, where nobody's in the store, but all of a sudden, when you get in there, now there's a line around the corner. And so they're delaying you. They're delaying you. Okay. I remember a couple years ago, we went to see the fireworks. I think it was a New Year's Eve. It was either New Year's or the 4th of July. My family and I, we went over to San Francisco. But we were there quite early. So we said, well, we'll go to this restaurant. So we went to the restaurant. We ordered burgers and fries or something like that. And we sat there and we sat there and we sat there. And we realized that probably like 2 hours had gone by. But we were talking and chit chatting and, looking at all the festivities that was happening around us. And we kept going to the counters like, okay, is our food ready? Oh, let me check, let me check. And then they come back and, um, okay, it's coming up. It's coming up. But we would see people coming in after us and they get their food and they leave. And when I read this, it took my mind back to that day. And I realized that when we came out, when we finally got our food and we came out of that restaurant, there were police everywhere and they were just following us. They were just following us. And so when I read this, I said, this probably was them deliberately delaying us, because believe it or not, they will recruit just that quick. They will recruit the people who work at the restaurant and things into your targeting. I've seen it over and over. I experience this kind of stuff all the time. So yeah, they'll do that kind of stuff. Create lines that will delay you. Even traffic jams. Some of them I honestly believe are created intentionally. Especially if they don't want you to go somewhere to enjoy yourself or something, they will create these delays. Okay. And it says that, they'll create delays when you try to make a purchase, when you order fast food, when you buy tickets, and so on. Okay. Activities like this can quickly create frustration, even anger in you. And that is what TIs need to realize, that these tactics are not done for no reason. They're done for a reason, because they want to provoke you to anger. And they say, by doing these things, it might seem like a small thing, but they're trying to create frustration in you. They're trying to make you mad. They're trying to get you to go off. So what we need to do is try to, counter this stuff and just learn to be patient. I'm just learning to be patient. Just stand in the line. just stand there, because you already know what they're doing. You already know the tactic. But because the incidents occur in public locations, it's difficult to prove who's behind them. You never see any agent more than once. You don't know where the next provocation is going to come from. That's true. You're beginning to get upset. You're irritated. and then you become unstable. You're more likely to make mistakes in judgment. And that's exactly what the surveillance team wants. So you see, you guys, what they're saying here, and this was very, very helpful for me to read this particular paragraph, because it's saying that those tactics, when they're delaying you and they're cutting you off when you're walking and they're touching you and they're um, bumping into you and stepping on the back of your foot and walking all close behind you and creating these lines, they say if they keep doing this, not only is it going to make you upset and irritated, but it's going to make you unstable. And that's very, very important. That's when people go over the edge, you guys. That's when people go off. That's when people kill up a bunch of people, because you become unstable. So you have to do something to take care of your mental psyche, even when you're having a good day. For me, it's the same stuff: prayer, meditation, grounding, positive affirmations, reading the Bible. You guys already know because I've said it in many videos. But you have to find some kind of regimen that works for you. Getting out in nature, all of that I love. Getting around water, all of that kind of stuff. But that may not work for you. Whatever works for you, you need to do it, okay? Because all of these tactics have the ability to make the target unstable. Okay, so bingo, that there it is. That's the whole point of all of this. Okay, that's why they're relentless, day after day, tactic after tactic, day after day, month after month, year after year. Okay, they know that if they continue to do this, no matter how strong of a person you are, this can make you unstable. Okay. When a surveillance team is experiencing difficulty cracking open an investigation, they sometimes resort to professional aggression. This is a wicked mind game. It can be very effective if you're not anticipating it. The FBI surveillance team has the power to make or break your day, and they don't hesitate to use that power. Okay, and that's the end of the article. I'm sorry it was long. I actually read this on my weekly um, support call, and several people suggested that I put it on YouTube, and I thought it would be good as well. So that's why I did this. I really hope that it was helpful for someone. Again, this is talking about beating the FBI, but I really saw the correlation in the structure between the organized stalking. And I call it that because, as you see, by reading through this document, it's very organized. This is not just, random stuff that they're doing. This stuff has been planned out. It's been tested on us, on targets. Okay. They know that this stuff is effective. They know that this can make people go off and go over the edge. Why they're choosing to punish and torture us, I have my theories, you have yours, but the fact is, it is happening, and we have got to counter it. We've got to become the strongest version of ourselves so that we can beat the FBI, okay, or whoever is behind this. I believe it's some faction of government. Me personally, I don't know anybody else that could pull all these random resources together and have them, targeting one person, and it's so in sync and so organized. Okay, so that's what I believe. Please leave your comments below. Thumbs up this video, and please subscribe to my channel. And for those of you who may just have gotten in on this last part of this, there were 4 parts total. Okay, so hopefully you can listen to all 4 parts when you have time, because I really think that it can be useful to us. Okay, thank you for listening, you guys.